Con bon noir. Good evening, dwellers. It is I, Loki the Mad Titan, and welcome to Part 10. Part 10 of Fallout 4 Modded Fusion City Rising. Yep, we made it to Part 10, Episode 10. Where's Peter? Hey, Peter, you want to start us off with a joke? No? Not interested?
Hey.
What you got?
Bye.
What's new?
Tell me a joke. Why are you so close?
Tell me a joke.
How many brothers of steel does it take to change a light bulb? None. They hate being enlightened.
Alright, they hate being enlightened.
It's time we parted
Oh, I
company.
hit
Do I
this
have
miss
a
again.
choice? Just messing with you.
No, we're not going to do that.
Actually, I changed my mind.
Alright, are you ready to go then?
Heck yeah, we're ready to go. Alright, so if you followed me over to this episode from the previous episode, thank you. I appreciate that greatly. I did something pretty dumb at the end of the last episode and got mixed up with the Red Rocket truck stop being attacked and started following that quest marker. I didn't realize, or I didn't remember that it got triggered. So I fixed all that and got myself into the room that I was supposed to be in. I kept trying to come in. I kept being over there. And I could see through the window the terminal with the quest marker. And I kept coming to this door over here, which I could not get open. I should be able to open it now. Ta-da! But previously, how did I miss that stuff?
Show me the money.
Show me the money. Peter is still super into me looting people's corpses for some reason. I don't want the Ripper. I wanted the bottle caps, maybe. Can I pick up the bottle caps? Woohoo! 20 bottle caps. So yeah, I fixed it. I got to where I need to be. So this is actually the room that I'm supposed to be in. So we'll just continue going where we're going. I said I was going to make it up to you guys somehow. Not entirely sure what I intended on doing specifically to make it up to you guys. I'm considering uploading 2 episodes instead of 1. Maybe that will make it up to you. Maybe. If not, if you have any other suggestions in the comments, if you want to leave me any suggestions in the comments, that'd be cool. Just let me know what you think. Anything useful in here? Some bottle caps, some ammo, grenade, plasma grenade. Night vision, powerful pipe. Nah, pipe. No, thank you. Alright, so let's keep this going. Last episode, also, ton of lore, ton of story progression. Absolutely, positively, 100% loving this mod. I went to Nexus. I endorsed it already, even though I'm not done with it. I actually saw somebody complain on... Was it this one? Yeah, I think it might have been this one. Somebody complained that the mod was too long. And I was very perplexed by that because that's a good thing. I mean, if it's a good mod, then you don't want it to end, right? If you're playing a game and you're enjoying it, you don't want it to end. So why would the fact that the mod be long be a negative thing? Okay, so let's check out this terminal. Initech Internet Detention and Rendition Center. Am I saying that right? Rendition, right? Yeah. Detention and Rendition Center. Enhanced interrogation doesn't produce reliable intel. Well, duh. Lost my IT guy. Got Milton back. Where's my stapler? Lost Milton again. Open elevator access door. Alright, so we'll start at the beginning. You know the deal. If it's super long and not interesting, I'll just leave it up for a second or two so you can pause it and read it. If I think it's interesting, I will read it all the way through. So let's see how long this is first of all. Alright, it's only 2 pages. So yeah, we probably should have known that going in. Given the voluminous amount of literature compiled on the subject of the past few centuries, the problem of torture is that fear, extreme temperature, starvation, thirst, sleep deprivation, cutting, stretching, etc., all tools of the torturer's trade, tend to create problems for memory, mood, and thinking. Detainees provide information that is often counterproductive for intelligence purposes, since they'll tell you whatever they think you want to hear in order to make the torture stop. That seems fairly obvious. Don't get me wrong, we've had several pieces of useful intel come out of the enhanced interrogation program the past few years, but usually the info we obtain is wrong, or at least out of date. And we end up just wasting time and resources on a wild goose chase as we pursue it. If you want to obtain timely, reliable intel, you know what does work? Drugs. Drugs, drugs, drugs. Drugs, alcohol, and prostitutes. We've had more actionable intel come out of Club Fusion and the Fusion City Hotel the past 2 months than has come from the detention program in the past 5 years. I frankly don't understand why Lumbergh keeps this place going. Not that I'm complaining, it's an easy job. Lost my IT guy. Alright, it's 2 pages as well. Being a commander in a detention facility that has solitary confinement isn't a demanding occupation. It's mostly about making sure the cell doors stay locked, the detainees get fed, the waste buckets get emptied, and the detainees are run through the standard interrogation program. Leaves plenty of time to sit at my terminal and watch adult materials. The guys in Fusion City Mall security department set up a hidden camera on the girls' shower. Plus, they have access to adult movies from the hotel rooms. They've been nice enough to lend their holotape recordings to me for fresh material. In return, I lend them my not saying any of that. It's a win-win. Problem is, my computer sucks. Constantly has issues when I feel like watching some adult materials. I don't want to submit a support ticket to the IT department and wait 12 to 48 hours for them to address. I just want to watch my adult materials now. Milton is the only IT guy who would get right back to me, but apparently he raised his stink about some privacy issues with the surveillance system, and they transferred him out of IT and into maintenance down in storage B. What am I supposed to do now? How am I supposed to view my adult materials? Got Milton back. Milton is such a nice guy. He likes to get out of storage B whenever he can. So I have him So when I have a computer problem, I'll just call him up and he's here within a few minutes. Ended up giving him an access card in case my computer is bugged out and won't open elevator access door. So much better than dealing with regular IT. Lost Milton again! I don't know what he did this time to piss off Lumbergh, but I've been informed that Milton has been deemed an enemy combatant. He is to be placed in solitary confinement. WTF, I hate my life. Open elevator access door. So I feel like if I do this, the enemies are going to pour in, but go ahead, let's do it, because that seems to be the mod author's MO with this. Alright, completed. Open elevator access door. Eliminate Commander Belson and his guards. Yep, alright, so they're coming, I'm guessing. Yep. Okay, so... Alright. Yep. Somebody's coming. Alright, Initech Legendary Security.
You crazy?
Oh, grenades. Hey, what's up, buddy? Alright, so we're gonna head back in here for just a second, because I'm sure you've noticed something. Yeah, this mod is a little weird with the music and stuff, so I have turned off the effects. I don't want it to be loud necessarily, but we'll turn the effects back on. Oh, and for some reason it just got really bright. Alright, so they got some weapons now. The prisoners finally picked up some weapons. That took them a while to figure out what to do. Why is that one prisoner guy just standing there? Oh, that's Commander Belson. Did I just murder him to death? I did. Excuse me, sir. Hello. Goodbye. What was that she had? What kind of weapon was that?
You know how I said I would kill you last? I lied.
That was just a... Oh, wow. What in the world just happened to lighting there? Alright, let's try to take out this Mr. Gutsy. I don't know what's going on with the lighting.
Think a Commonwealth boy's gonna give up that easy?
Sentinels, combat right armor. Nah. Alright, somebody's shooting me still. Wait, is that Commander Belson? Didn't I kill him already? Yo, what's, somebody just body slammed him? He just body slammed him. That's Peter. Sorry, Peter. I thought this was Commander Belson. Oh, this is Commander Belson. Listen. Alright, who's left? Are you a good guy or a bad guy? This is confusing because there's so many different people now around. Peter, did I break you? I didn't mean to break you, Peter. I'm sorry. Alright, where is this other person? There's just a couple more? Alright, he's right down there. Alright, he's out of here. I feel like I should turn it up even more. It seems weird with the fighting so low. Cavaliers, operator's left leg. I don't remember if that's any good at all. Alright, so how many are left? Just one, and it says he's up, but it says he's like up over here.
Damn it! Where did you go?
Alright, gotta be close. No, don't run away. I'm coming to you.
You will be
Why does
purged.
everyone always
What?
resort to
Seriously,
violence?
pissing me off.
Alright. Talk to Milton. Milton just ran right past me. What's up, Milton? Hitman's hardened radium rifle. I'm going to take that because that sounds super interesting. I don't know if it's any good, but it sounds interesting. Alright. Let's put my weapon away. Yeah, I keep hitting. If you wonder why I'm hitting janky buttons, I keep hitting buttons for 76 because I just played 76. And if I was smart, what I would do is I would set up the controls for both of the games exactly the same. So that way when I went back and forth between the two games, I wouldn't get mixed up every single time I do this. But instead, I don't. So then I play one for a while, and I get used to it being a certain way. And then I go back and play the other one and get super confused because it's just a couple buttons are different. That's all it takes, is just a couple buttons being different to mess me completely and totally up. Alright, so we had received a item from Belson. I want it to be super loud. Alright, so let's see if we can find that item from Belson that we picked up. It's... oh, there's the lighting again. The item that we picked up was called... I have way too much stuff. Alright, if you guys see it, just holler out. This is an issue with this mod being set so late in the game, is I have all of this stuff. And I really don't want to pass it. There we go, Cheney. So Dick Cheney. So we had a Hillary Clinton clone locked up, and now we have a Cheney waterboarding holotape. That's pretty funny. All right, let's listen to this. Oh, it's a video. All right, this should be interesting. All right, so I guess it's just a joke. I went all that trouble to find it, and it's a joke. All right, Milton, where was your stapler? Did we find your stapler? I'm really concerned about your stapler because I'm super bummed it's not been in here somewhere. I don't know how he would make a stapler. Right? There's no stapler, right? But I feel like the mod author went through all of the trouble of making Milton, making him way cooler than Milton in the movie, and everything, but no stapler. All right, Milton, let's chit chat. Come here, buddy. Now I want to talk. Don't walk away.
Well, that went better than expected. Nice work.
Thanks. What now? Cakewalk. Worst situations. Lucky. What now?
What do we do now?
Well, now comes the hard part. So listen, we really appreciate you getting us out of those cells, but I'm afraid this thing isn't over by a long shot. If we want to safely disable those bombs and get as many of these people out of here alive as possible, there's no going back. The only way to go is forward. So before they grabbed me, I had just finished writing a program that would safely disable those bombs, but without turning the Commonwealth into one big glowing crater. A lot of people don't understand this, but you can't set off a nuclear bomb by accident. It has to be done on purpose. In order to destroy Storage B and disable those bombs, we need to start a cascade of non-nuclear explosions, and then cap it off with one tactical nuke to bring the whole structure down. Get my holotape program into Lumbergh's terminal, and it'll do just that. Is there anything else you need to know before we get started?
Is there any way for me to kill Lumbergh? Because I've been fantasizing about that since Office Space came out. Lumbergh.
Do you have any more details?
Well, Lumbergh, he's a jackass, but he's smart, he's strong, he's
okay.
well protected, and he knows we're coming. He keeps the only copy of the Storage B RFID holokey on him at all times. We're going to need that holokey to get to his terminal. I suspect there's only one way we're going to get it, and that's off his dead body. He's a 250-year-old man in the body of an up-armored sentry bot, so he'll be tough to take down. But he has one major weakness, and that's his hubris. The thought of losing won't even enter his mind. Is there anything else you need to know before we get started?
He has another major weakness, and that's called the I can't die. So, yay, I get to kill Lumbergh. Super excited about that. That made my entire week. Holotape program? I'm confused about everything. Explosion? Words? Help me out? Main screen turn on.
Do you have any more details?
Well, the holotape program. About the time I got fed up with what was going on around here, they stuck me down in Storage B with the rad roaches. That's where I learned about Lumbergh's failsafe, and I figured out a way to hack into the program and hijack it. I had just finished it and everything was ready. I was going to spring the prisoners, activate the program, and get everyone I could out alive. And that's when they came for me. I barely had a chance to stash my holotape program in a box of TPS reports before they dragged my ass down here. Is there anything else you need to know before we get started?
Yes, it's very important. Did you include the cover sheet on your TPS reports? We sent out a memo about it. Explosion?
Do you have any more details?
Oh my god.
Well, about the time, that's where I learned. And that's when they came. Is there anything else you need to know before we get started?
Can you teach me how to hit the correct buttons on the controller?
Do you have any more details?
Well, it works like this. Lumbergh set up a failsafe system in Storage B in case he ever needed to destroy the place to keep those bombs from falling into the wrong hands. There's a number of explosive charges placed in structurally important areas that'll weaken the structure when they're set off. My program will create a communication link to a detonator I have hidden on the surface, and then it'll start the self-destruct cascade of explosions. Once the cascade starts, we need to get to the surface and activate the detonator device, which will then set off the tactical nuke. That nuke's buried deep within the structure, and when it goes off, it'll bury this place for good, without an excessive amount of collateral damage. Is there anything else you need to know before we get started?
Someone set us up the bomb. Alright, so let's focus on something important for a second. The voice acting. Dear God, was that an amazing amount of dialogue, well delivered, top notch, grade A quality voice acting. Bravo, bravo. Let's go!
Let's go. Just point me in the right direction.
I like your style, friend. Let's get going to Storage B.
Alright, you gonna lead the way, or do I have to figure this out on my own? Because I'm kind of notoriously terrible at figuring out how to... Hey, what's up? How to get to places? I just tripped over a couch. Are you coming with us too? Well, you side-eyeing me. Alright, so it wants me to go down, down, down. I want to check the commander real quick. Just make sure I didn't miss anything on him. Dinner fork, nano armor, beret. Nothing. Eat the corpse. Every time I see that, it throws me off because I have forgotten that I've selected that. And I know I brought it up on more than one occasion, but again, it throws me off every time I see it because I'm like, eat the corpse? I don't not remember taking the cannibal perk. But clearly I did. Alright, so this is where it says we're going. I only have one quest marker, so I can't be messing up like I did previously. Let's do it! All aboard. They're teleporting. It already says they're here, but you can't see them. Who's walking? Listen real carefully. You can hear somebody walking. But nobody's walking. Ah!
It would be really great if you could just sort of.
We got
take care of
trouble!
the problem.
Son of a bitch!
Fat man, huh? I'll take the mini nuke. Alright, so is he in here? I'm detected by what, you guys? You guys are detecting me? So yeah, he's coming with us. Are you the only prisoner that survived? Wow. And obviously Milton, because I'm guessing Milton is scripted to survive. Right, I have no quest marker now. So let's get atmospheric. Where is Lumbergh? He said he was in an Assaultron. He's gonna have like this really big dramatic. Hey, a door that doesn't do anything. Oh. Alright. Where you at, Lumbergh? This has been coming for like 20 years now. I'm not working Saturday or Sunday. You know what? I ain't scared of you.
Thought I saw some. Who's there? Let's do this.
That's what you want.
Got a live one.
Well, that was confusing.
Right here!
Alright, it's not a lucky hit. Alright, these guys look pretty cool in the dark. Especially when they start glowing. Who's throwing grenades? Plasma grenades, even. Yeah, keep popping out them gems. Where'd the other guy go? Oh, Peter, careful. Look at Peter with the takedown. Maybe you can't see. I'm gonna turn the lights back on. Peter's like a little ninja. Oh, hey. Is that all you got, Lumbergh? Where's Ron Livingston? I want to fight.
Can have too many weapons.
I didn't take weapons. I just took stuff. How is this guy surviving? Are you scripted not to die as well? If so, that's kind of funny. I'm not going to. I see the cram and I want to take it. That's a 76 in my. I'm like, ooh, get the food. We need food. Instamash. We need the Instamash. You don't need it here. You don't need it here. I don't want the combat rifle. Whatever. I'm just gonna leave them. Can't figure out how to pick them up. Come on, Lumbergh. Let's do it. Where are you at? I'm calling you out. I'm not filing TPS reports, son.
Now, we're gonna need to go ahead and move your force down to the mass grave site. So, if you could just let the Assaultron splatter your brain
Bob.
far back against that concrete wall,
Bob.
that would be great.
Is that a character from?
It's over.
What? Where did it go?
Let's
What?
do this.
How is it teleporting around? I didn't know the Assaultrons could do that.
I had no choice.
Who's Bobby?
Here, let me just go ahead and get that weapon from you.
Well, that sounds kind of cool. Since I like sniper rifles so much.
I'm gonna tell you fucking
Heads up.
showdown.
Oh no! Die, Lumbergh, die!
We sort of have a problem here.
Wow. Alright, I think Bobby was harder to fight than Lumbergh. Oh, really? More came out? I can't even see, though. You alright, Milton? You alright, Peter? You leave my grandson, my great-grandson alone.
Again sometime.
Is that everybody? So wait, there was 2 Assaultrons? There was 2 Assaultrons. That's why it was confusing. TPS reports! Wait, did you have TPS reports too? TPS reports! TPS reports! I'm way more excited about that than I should be. Do you have TPS reports too? No. Was there anybody else? Why do you have a yellow plate? Alright, Lumbergh, what do you got? You're on fire. Can you go out of fire? Lucky walking cane, just what I always wanted. I want more TPS reports. Alright, what do you got? Fat Man, fusion cores, mini nuke. Okay. I don't think I need that. TPS reports. Alright, what does he have that I'm supposed to be picking up, though? Oh. How did I miss that? Safe Crackers combat. I'm pretty sure Safe Crackers is hot garbage. Alright. Storage B, RFID, holokey. Don't forget the name of that. Alright, talk to Milton. Yeah, I swear Lumbergh went down faster. Hey, Red Rocket truck stop successfully defended itself. That's great. All of my settlements are more than well set up to be able to defend themselves. Peter. 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 What are you doing, Peter? What are you doing to that skid? Peter. There's a little girl in the Rigmora Bruma Skyrim mod series that I'm doing. Her name is Sorella. She can properly sit on chairs without clipping through them. Would you like me to introduce you? I think you and her are around the same age. Maybe she can teach you how to sit in chairs. Hey Milton, where's your stapler? Did Lumbergh have your stapler? No. I'm still bummed about the stapler. Hey Milton.
Wow. I can't believe you did it. You took down Lumbergh and rid Fusion City of its tyrant. There really aren't enough words to express my thanks.
What now? Glad to help. I'm pretty beat up. I'm not pretty beat up at all. What now?
What now?
You've well and truly watered the Tree of Liberty today, my friend. But there's no time for rest yet. Now we need to retrieve my holotape program, get it into Lumbergh's terminal, and activate the self-destruct cascade. I think you should have the honors, my friend. You've certainly earned it.
Retrieve Milton's holotape program. Am I almost done with this mod? Because I have not installed the next part of this mod series. So if I am almost done with this mod, I've not properly prepared for that. Where'd the other guy? Where's his body? The security guard guy. Diamond City security prisoner. Where'd he go? He died? Did anybody see him anywhere? Or did he just get fed up of fighting and leave? Where'd he go? I know, he picked up all the, is he under Lumbergh? Did Lumbergh crush him to death? No, I don't see him. Is this part of him right here? Nope. I thought I saw a body over... Is he in the corner? Oh my god. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. How did you... Did you get blowed up? You got blowed up? You were fighting so good.
Easy money.
Why do you have... Look at the carry capacity on this dude. He has 19 laser rifles. 19 laser rifles. Oh, wow. You're way stronger than I thought you were. Alright, so where am I going? I'm going into this vault, I guess. And unlock storage BRD holo key. Okay, let's do it. Alright, one opens in, the other one opens out. That's a weird configuration. Is there going to be any more enemies? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so we're just continuing forward, I guess. But this is inaccessible. Oh, okay. No, wait, it's saying it wants me to go back here? No, but up. So it has to be through here. This mod author's level design has confused me more than once. Alright. Alright, so this is a replica of that room in the glowing sea, it looks like. Rondo! Ken has more electrolytes edition. Oh, is this like Ken has cheeseburger? That is so cute. I used to love that website. Alright, so we'll check out the computer. I'm still holding out hope that there will be a red stapler somewhere. I know you guys are probably like, dude, shut up about the red stapler already. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Oh, I saw red. I saw red. I'm taking all the TPS reports. I saw red, and you know what I thought. I'll even take the glowing fungus. I saw red, and I started to get excited. Yes, I did. I'm excited about TPS reports too, but not as excited as I would be about a stapler. Alright. So let's go use that nuke mine. It's a nuke mine. Oh my goodness. Look at all the TPS reports. TPS reports. Is there any purpose to these other than they're absolutely adorable? I can't get them all. Give me all your TPS reports. I need all of them. How do I get those middle ones? There we go. Is that all of them? I think so. Alright. Sorry, I'm obsessing over the TPS reports. Okay. I think this might be the end of the mod. So that's another reason I'm kind of screwing around a little bit, because I don't know what's going to happen out there. Alright, let's find out. Storage B, Lumbergh Terminal. Oh boy. A lot more lore. Will Lumbergh personal log. I'll be honest with you, I've seen Office Space probably close to like, maybe I haven't sat and watched it from beginning to end 100 times, but if it's on, I'll leave it on for a little bit and watch it. Pretty much anytime it's on. It's just one of those movies for me. Like that, The Princess Bride. There's not a lot of them. Not a lot of movies like that where like if they're on, I'll just always leave them on. Alright, the math doesn't work. This doesn't seem super interesting, so I'm just gonna skim. You guys are more welcome to read as I go through. Pause if I go too fast. Yeah, this looks like this is another one of those flavor posts. Operation Northwood's template. Morningwood. Operation Morningwood. Alright, let's read this one. Or check it out. Okay. Alright, now we're talking about false flag operations. It's not my favorite subject because it gets thrown around way too often these days, in my opinion, by people who don't know what they're talking about and shouldn't be saying things are false flags. Alright. Yep. Conspiracy theories. Yep. Alright. Operation Morning Wood. Alright, that one wasn't that bad. Success! So Operation Morning Wood was a success. It normally is. Every morning. Alright, that was another shorty. Things are heading south. Operation Ark. Strange activity. A Vault-Tec executive tipped me off this morning about a well-placed rumor he heard about unusual activity at several U.S. nuclear missile silos. As a precaution, I'm informing key personnel at Initech that they need to come into work tomorrow and Sunday. Yeah, I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in on Saturday and Sunday too. Yep, that's cute. Armageddon. It wasn't supposed to turn out like this. We had the best of intentions for mankind. I have to live with the guilt of knowing I was in charge of the botched false flag attack that started a global nuclear war. So, I really love this mod. I really love the idea of the whole family tree and everything they put in. This is fine. He's trying to create a narrative, a different narrative explanation for why Fallout happened involving false flags. But again, it's not my favorite subject in general because I feel like my personal opinion on false flags is that have some existed, I'm sure, but most of the ones that people say are not. And it's just really annoying and disrespectful to the people that in many cases died in the situations related to the false flags. And again, somebody who's super into conspiracy theories would be like, yeah, that's what they want you to think, you sheep, and blah, 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 blah. But whatever, it's a lot of it's just nonsense. Cancer. Our underground complex was built well and has survived the blast intact despite the close proximity to ground zero. We are in the process of deciding how to repurpose much of the space we no longer need for activities we engaged in pre-ward. The doctors informed me last week that my cancer has spread. I have a choice to make: continue traditional treatment and maybe live another year, or transfer my consciousness into a robo-brain, in which case my lifespan may be extended hundreds of years, but effectively I'll look and function like a robot. I joke with my son all the time about making me a robot body. He's very interested in science, chemistry specifically, but he's very interested in that subject even at a young age. He can name all 118 elements on the periodic table in order. He's pretty familiar with a lot of them. I'm super impressed with his interest and dedication of learning on that subject. So again, we're talking about robotics, but I do joke about him being a scientist and telling him to build me a robot body when he gets older. Decision. I decided to transfer my consciousness to a robo-brain rather than fight the cancer. The Initech facility needs a leader, and there isn't a successor I'm willing to hand the reins over to at present. I need to live on. This will be my final entry on this terminal. So clearly he ended up in a sentry bot, not a robo-brain, so I don't know if we have to just make the logic leap that somehow he figured out how to transfer his consciousness into a sentry bot, or the mod author just changed his mind and decided that a sentry bot was more badass than a robo-brain. I don't know. Okay. So I'm supposed to load the holotape, and oh boy. Yeah, now I have to remember what was the name of the holotape. I'm gonna load in the Brondo recipe. Buzz the holotape cable. Cheney's waterboard holotape. Okay, so I'm remembering most of the ones from the Huh. From the mod, let's see if I could actually remember the right one that I need for the mod. I don't see it yet. I got so into reading the entries, either in my head or aloud, that I hope it's not that, because if it's just, I'm pretty sure he named it. Hopefully it's gonna say like Milton's special Slammy Jam. Yeah, so you guys just give me a holler when you see it. There we go. That's exactly what I saw before. Slap that like button when you see the holotape, guys! Alright. I'm joking. If you like the video, like the video. If you don't, you don't have to. Alright, Milton's holotape program. Let's do it. Let's go. Hiya. Initiate self-destruct cascade. Activate Milton's detonator. Detonator? Detonator. Play tape. What's play tape? That wasn't there before, right? Oh. Silly me. I'll take it back, I guess. Alright, so what are we doing? Alright, we gotta get out of here now? That door's gonna be open now, right? Hey, where did you guys even come from? Like, how? Oh, that's a fancy hat you're wearing. Oh, I shot his head off. Maybe it's because I wanted his hat. Can I have that hat? Peter thinks that was cool. Are you shooting me in the butt? I like your suit, too.
Okay, you primitive screwheads. You see this? This is my joystick.
Vault-Tec Management Kevlar. I'll take that. Who else we got? Hi. Anybody else? I like the blue suit. The black suit's kind of meh, but the blue suit was cool. How many more are there?
That takes care of that.
Alright, let's get out of here because the alarms are super annoying. What's another elevator? Oh, and a reward chest. 100 caps! Thank you. More Brondo. A scoped grouse rifle. Sure. And 12 more TPS reports. No red stapler, though. Dang it. Alright, come on, guys. All aboard. Alright, they actually got on with me. Cool. Let's get away from this alarm. And then they disappeared. And then 5, 4, 3, 2. Why is Milton not reappeared? Oh. Alright, so Milton is magic just like Peter. You guys can just jump through the ceiling, apparently. Whoa! What? What in the world? Oh. I'm guessing it was supposedly it blew up? Is that what that was supposed to be? Didn't even go boom. It just all of a sudden the elevator filled with rocks. I guess it's that's way of saying that it doesn't want me to go back down. Hey Milton, you coming?
Hi.
We need to keep moving.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure you didn't want to chit-chat about something. Oh. Where are we going, though? Does anybody know where we're going? Well, not very far. It already acted like it blew up, though. What do we... Just the elevator just broke when we got up here? Alright, let's go, Oh my god. Are you instituting your way in? I do like the blue suits. I kind of wish they had like a red suit. That was a cool shot. Right in the face. I shot your face off your face. Wow. Okay. I'm surprised it's not crashing right now, to be honest with you. This is a lot. This is a lot. There's a lot, but I'm going to stop to pick up some good stuff. This says management Kevlar. Did the other one say management Kevlar? And then this one says what? This one just says Kevlar suit. Yeah, I like the management Kevlar. Alright, we all done? Exploding now? Man, they really wanted to make sure that you knew. It's right here. In the lunchbox. Milton's detonator. Set the building on fire. You ready? You want to do it, Milton? Milton? Milton, you want to do it? No? Alright. Holy Moses. This is like the 4th of July. It's the grand finale. Woo! Wow. 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 I don't know about you guys, but this is pretty impressive to me. I mean, kind of like Pridwin blowing up, murdering all the Brotherhood of Steel. Impressive. I'm feeling this, and I'm really surprised that it somehow. Oh, look at that even. Trippy. That somehow did not crash. Because we definitely had a bunch of crash to desktop CTDs early on. So is the mushroom cloud going to stay forever? Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, so if I walk forward a little bit, all of a sudden there's fog? Oh. What if I go in here? How about are the rads? No rads? Alright, what if I want to go back down? Can I go back down? Whoa! 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 What's up, Scully? Okay. So some very interesting things are happening. So let's talk to Milton, I guess. Yeah, right here. We'll talk right here next to this wall of mist or smoke or I don't know. Hey, Milton.
Well, would you look at that? I never imagined a nuclear mushroom cloud could be so beautiful. Well, it's been an honor fighting by your side, and I can't thank you enough for what you've done today. I'm gonna head back to Fusion City and see if I can find Peggy. But if there's anything you ever need, friend, you only have to ask. And come find me if you ever need someone to go adventuring with.
What? Why did Milton just fall down? Why is Milton stuck in the ground? What happened? He wasn't even finished talking. Milton.
Hey there.
Milton. Milton. Oh, I guess he's okay. Peter, are you gonna... Maybe we should move away from the building? Is that what the problem is? Here, let's go back down here. Are we supposed to be down here? And for some reason, because I talked to him up there, it made crazy things happen. Alright, Peter, let's talk. Milton... I don't know what happened to Milton. But he seems like he's okay. So now it's time to talk to you. I want to see you, though. There you are. Great-grandson. Stop giving me your back. You face me when I'm trying to... Son. Trying to talk to you. Talk.
I'm guessing by the look on your face, you found out the truth about us.
Peter, did you know the entire time? I could ask you the same question. What are you saying? How did you know? Who told you? How did you know? I'm kind of curious.
How did you know?
I've known since before we met. My dad already told me everything. He's your grandson, and that makes me your great-grandson. You think I wander off with just anyone? I came to you for help because you're family. Because it's always been just me and my dad. And I wanted you to be part of our lives too. I figured if we spent some time together, even time spent fighting bad guys, that you would grow to care about me too. And now I know that you do.
Why now? Thanks. I don't know what to say. Do you really mean that? This one of those ones where, like, from the limited dialogue that's there. I'm not sure what's the right thing to say. Thanks.
Thanks. That means a lot coming from you.
Of course. I'm just glad I don't need to keep this secret anymore. So what do you think? Are you having fun so far? Up for another adventure?
Of course I'm up for another adventure. I am kind of curious why you're semi-dressed like an Enclave officer, though. It's kind of been bugging me the entire time, but I've bit my tongue about it. Enjoy a good fight. Sounds good. Things to do first. Sounds good.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Alright, are you ready to go then?
Completed. Set the building on fire. And Peter's just going to walk away. So is that the end of the mod? Or things go better with Nuka-Cola? Talk to Dana Phaeton at Club Fusion. Okay. So no, mod's not done. So yay. I was curious if the lunchbox that was the detonator is still around. And what happened to Milton? I thought I heard some gunfire. Did Milton get attacked by something? Hopefully. I'm gonna assume he's invincible. Yeah, it looks like he might have fought some stingwings or something over there. So it looks like, at least. It would be really weird if he scripted him to walk somewhere and then did not make him invincible. Woohoo! Take that, glowing blowfly. Alright, so we're not that far away. We'll just walk over there. We'll head back to Club Fusion. Oh yeah, I know where we are. It's just glowing seas. Kind of hard to tell. And there's Milton. So he didn't have that far to go. So yeah, he killed that blood bug. But for some reason, not the glowing rad roach. That's kind of odd. Okay, decrepit factory. So he's going to go ahead and go in. Yeah, you're going to go in? That was weird. And he just disappears. Now, we've had some issues going in this way before. So let's try, and hopefully we don't have any problems. Not specifically here, but in the next part we've had some issues. So I might actually end the video there, just in case. Yeah, this part's loaded up fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fusion
previously
City.
In the past.
If we could have your attention for just a few moments, we would like to briefly review some safety precautions. The elevator on your left will take you to the hotel, university, and shopping districts of Fusion City. If you are visiting Club Fusion and have a VIP pass, please proceed to the...
Alright, so that was... I didn't even have to hit the button. We just went. Okay, well I hope it doesn't crash. Because this is where we've had a problem before. And on the Nexus forum, apparently this is a common area for people to have issues with. I believe it's once you get to Fusion City, there's just so many NPCs. And then that CBBE mod that makes everybody look prettier. The combination of that with just the sheer volume of NPCs can cause problems with even pretty good computers like mine. I'm not going to say this computer is like the most amazing computer in the world, but it handles Fallout fine. So the crashes there were highly unexpected. And anytime elevator lag goes on for longer than usual, I start to get nervous. If it crashes, we'll just end the video. We didn't lose that much because we just came through that other area, but hopefully it will not crash. And we'll at least be able to get into Fusion City, and then we'll stop it there and save it. So, with that, I will start the outro, and hopefully we actually get there. If you made it with me this far into the 10th episode of Fusion City Rising, thank you very much. I appreciate it more than you ever know. If you do any of those things that the YouTubers normally ask you to do, I appreciate that as well. Thank you very much, dwellers, and have a very good night.